Guys, today we have a testimonial with one of our clients in the Kingdom Closer Academy. His name's Dylan Cook, and Dylan's just going to be talking a little bit about himself, what his experience has been like so far in the Kingdom Closer Academy, and what sort of results he's seen so far. So, we can kick this thing right off, Dylan, if you're ready.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, cool, man. So, first things first, like, do you just want to introduce yourself a little bit? And share a little bit about yourself, what you were doing before the Kingdom Closer Academy, and like what made you want to join us.
Yeah, so my name is Dylan Cook. I'm 22 years old, and I got into Kingdom Closer Academy because from 18 to 22, I've tried every sorts of job. I've tried construction, Amazon driving. I went to worked at a go-kart place. Trying to think what else. So just a ton of things that I just didn't like, and I kept seeing these little ads pop up on my Instagram. Basically, felt like every day, and it was like, "Oh, get out of your 9 to 5," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." But I was like, you know what? We'll check it out. There's one day I got mad at work when I was working at Amazon. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna see what this is about. So clicked on the link, filled it out, uh, and yeah, ever since I did that, it really changed my life.
Yeah. So before joining the Kingdom Closer Academy, you were driving for Amazon
Yeah,
and you tried a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
it was
yeah.
all
And you
over the
didn't
place.
really like your job.
No.
Yeah. What made you want to join the Kingdom Closer Academy and kind of like look for something like remote high ticket sales?
So sales was always something I was like interested in. But the commission scared me a lot.
Hmm.
But I feel like the way the ads and stuff popped up, it really I don't know. It really just the way it was. It just seemed like okay, everything's going like virtual now. Like technology's just growing. And I was like, man, like virtual sales that could be like something that is going to start like growing uh pretty fast. So I was like, let's take a look into this. And yeah,
Okay. And what made you want to join Kingdom Closer Academy specifically versus like other online income opportunities that you saw?
so the real big thing was it was Christian based men, uh, Christian faith. Uh, that was huge just because like I could go join other places and they go party every night. Like I'm not much of a party or stuff like that. Like it's just things I'm not really interested in. So that was like a big thing. Um, Also, it just seemed like they had a real good like community around them, like
Hmm.
just from everything I saw.
Yeah. What was your first impression after you joined the Kingdom Closer Academy? Like what was your experience like when you first joined, going through it and to where you are now?
Yeah. So when I joined, uh, I was really like, all right, I'm gonna hop on this call, and it's only gonna be me and Umar talking on here. Nobody else is probably doing this. I remember I joined that first day, and there was probably like 5 or 6 people on there, and it was all guys wanting the exact same thing that I was wanting. They were in a job that they were trying to get out of. They're all in the same shoes I'm in. Uh, very well, like very good community in there. Like everybody is just in there to make each other better. And you're gonna get pushed out of your comfort zone, but at the end, it's to make you better and get you to the goal that you want.
Yeah. Did you feel like you got pushed out of your comfort zone when you joined?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Um, what did you think of the training? Like all the stuff that you were learning in the program?
Uh, it's a huge learning curve. So just like I was like, okay, sales, like okay, they're just trying to take your money. Um, through the course, you really learn the ins and outs of sales, and um, it's very well like organized. It's like step by step, go through it. Uh, you're not doing it alone either. It's not like they just give you it all, and it's like, oh, learn this, and then come back to me in a few months. Like they have weekly meetings, like twice a week. Um, so it's very well like hands on, and that's very huge because I feel like if you're trying to learn a new skill, you need guidance, and it offers a ton of guidance.
Yeah. What surprised you the most as you were going through the process, like all the phases, phase one, phase two, phase three?
Um, I'd probably just say I feel like the big one was like just I always thought sales was just trying to take people's money. Like
Hmm.
I always thought they were like just the grimy little people trying to come to your house, take all your money, and they didn't
Yeah.
really they weren't really trying to help you. It's just like okay, if we can sell them on that they have ants in their house that aren't really there, like just stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
trying to take people's money. So I feel like that was a big uh thing that took me back because I was like, okay, like that's what I thought, but like once you start learning it, it's like, no, that's not what it is. Like it's actually people trying to help you, and you just learn the ins and outs of sales, the psychology of it, and everything. And it's a lot, but it's so worth it.
Yeah. Like shifting your perspective on sales,
Yeah,
not seeing sales as like grimy people trying to get your money, but then like realizing that you actually are like in the high ticket space selling stuff that actually help people.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's awesome, dude. And how quickly did you start seeing results after you joined?
Oh, like immediately. So, um, I remember my very first. So when you go through the course, they have you do mock calls, and I remember my first one. It was, I remember my first one was actually really good. I was really proud of myself. Um, then I remember like I did a few more, and I was like, okay, I'm in the same spot. And then it was just like, okay, I honestly I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, all right, am I actually giving it my all? Because I was like, okay, like, I can keep reading the script, but like, am I actually dedicating my time to it? And once I dedicated time to it, it just skyrocketed. And I feel like everything since me making the decision to take it serious, like everything's just been uphill.
Hmm. Yeah. And now to everybody that's watching this, tell them a little bit about the offer that you just got placed on and like the room for growth.
Yeah. So I joined looking to become a setter for a company, and literally within 2 months, like I feel like Amar can agree with this. I was learning very quick, so he's like, dude, let's just try. We're gonna look out, and we're gonna see get you into a position. And when he did that, I got an offer from a place called Peach Fit Fitness, and it was $1,000 base pay plus commission, just setting people direct messaging them. So I wasn't even making phone calls. I was literally just texting people all day. That's literally my job. Is I just sit there, text people, and I'm making money. Like it seems fake, but it's so real. Like um, the growth opportunity with it is insane. So now they've been training me, and they want to turn me into a closer. And that's huge because that's really what like I joined this program for, was to become a closer, make those big bucks, and yeah. So the growth opportunity is definitely there, and my company is doing really well right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, does it seem kind of weird that you're able to make money from home now instead of like
Yeah,
driving, doing manual
yeah.
labor?
It's so crazy. Like I'll literally sit there like some days I'm looking around like I'm actually doing this, and like it feels like fake, but like it's so real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so real. Now, what tell us a little bit about your earning and like your potential earning right now based in your setter position compared to what you can make as a closer maybe 6 to 12 months down the line. Because I know they're planning on getting you started as a closer here a little bit. You're setting right now, right?
Yeah.
Like tell us a little bit about like what you can potentially make as a setter right now, what you're projected to make as a closer, what their current closer is making right now. Like tell us a little bit about that and like what your projected income can be as
Yeah.
you get
So
industry.
Yeah. So my setting, I'm making $1,000 base pay, which is huge. Um, just gives me a lot of like financial security, just because I'm like right now I only have a car payment, so I'm like if I only get $1,000 a month, that pays for my car. Like it's huge. Uh, Setting. So if I set people and they end up closing, so when I set people, they'll close the call, and I'll get 5% commission off of that. So it's usually anywhere from like $200, like 150 to $250, I'd say somewhere in there. That's what's setting, and it's definitely like really good, like just save money, like it's really what I need, and it really helps you learn like what you're doing, learn about the program and everything. Um, and it really sets you up to become a closer too, just being able to talk with these people and everything. Being closer is where that's where the excitement I feel like comes in. You're talking to people, you're closing the deals, and you're making like 10% commission. And with my company, if you make a certain amount in a month, you actually get bumped up to like 12 and a half, I think it is,
Yep.
commission. So that's huge. The numbers people are putting in, uh, my my sales manager, he literally just closed $20,000 today, like literally today. Uh, I think he had 6 calls. He closed 5 of them. So just what is that? $2,500 like in a day.
Twenty five
Yeah,
hundred
like
bucks
that.
a day.
Yeah, yeah, that's insane. So the the possibility is honestly like insane just because like even if I made like $100 in an hour, like you're still making $100 an hour. That's huge. Like so if I offer somebody the smallest program and I only make $100 an hour, like I don't know many people are making $100 an hour. Um, but
Yeah.
but this guy he made 2,500. Like I don't. It's just
In a day.
it's very yeah in a day, and like that's not even like
Oh,
I think he only had 6 calls, so really he had 6 hours in his day, like six we'll say like 7 hours in his day where he sat down and he was just talking to people, sold them, and he made $2,500.
yeah. That isn't that crazy to think about? That you
Yeah,
can
it's
make
insane.
$2,500 in a day from your laptop.
It's very motivating too to see that.
Very because there's people that are doing it real time in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And like, are you glad that you decided to invest into yourself and learn something like high ticket sales and learning how to sell versus maybe going to college and making 50 grand a year?
Yeah, for sure. That was another part of my journey. I went to college. That's what I forgot. Honestly, I was about to turn 22, and like for some reason 22 was always the number I was like, okay, like I need to figure this out. And the opportunity came and I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna take this chance. And if looking back now, I'm so glad I did. But it did take me a while to make that decision. But when I made that decision, like I would never change that decision. Like
Yeah.
best decision of my life.
Yeah. Now you're probably gonna make a lot more, right?
Yeah,
Compared to what you'd make with a degree. Like, dude, like
yeah.
honestly, like I know you're in college for a little while. What were you like projected to make your first year as a guy with a bachelor's degree versus maybe learning something like high ticket sales? What would be the income difference for you?
So I was going for like pre-PT, so I think they make like maybe like 50,000 a year. Um,
It's like 4 grand a month.
yeah. So
Yeah.
um, honestly, so like when started like my high ticket sales, like basically my bad months are supposed to be around $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
what about your good months? What if you can start closing like the other closer on your team?
I mean, making what 15, 20,000 a month at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. At least.
Like, yeah, that's insane. Like it doesn't even seem real, but like it's so real.
Yeah. How do you feel like you deciding to invest in yourself has changed your life in the future? Like for yourself, for other people, like what do you feel like has changed for you since you decided to take a bet on yourself and like learning something like high ticket sales?
Uh, I'll say for sure, give me like a lot of self confidence. I will say just in
Uh-huh.
myself because I like just betting on yourself and actually taking that leap. It does so much for you.
Yeah.
Um, setting me up, setting me up in the future. It just gives me like a lot of financial security. Like I said before, like commission was something I was always worried about. I was like, okay, like if I don't sell something, then I'm not. If I don't sell something, I'm not making money. How am I going to live? Basically, that was like always in my head. But really,
Uh-huh.
once you sit down and learn the skill of high ticket sales, like you know you're going to be able to sell what you're doing. So like the commission side and all that, that's not even a worry because like you know what you're doing, and yeah, it honestly provides financial security.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who's maybe like looking at Kingdom Closer Academy, maybe they're on the fence and they're deciding if they should or they shouldn't do it? Like what are your honest words to someone who might be like deciding if they want to do it or not?
Honestly, I would say take the leap, and I mean that fully. Uh, Me and Umar had a conversation probably like 7 months before, and I didn't invest in myself. And then 7 months later, I came back to him, and I was like, "Bro, I made the wrong decision. Let's do this." And ever since then, I haven't looked back, and it's really changed my life. So I definitely would say just take the leap. It seems scary at first, but like once you get into it, like it's gonna change your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and by all means, I'm glad that you're here. But how much further along do you think you would have been if you joined 7 months ago, that initial time you
Oh,
spoke?
I'd be a millionaire by now, probably.
You'd probably be crushing 10 grand a month in commissions by now, dude. Closing
Yeah.
your
Nope, I ain't got nothing to say really.
Okay. Cool, dude.